Alright guys, what's up? Welcome to another day in the vlog. Today, we're designing our own gauges. For this episode of The Build, today we're in Boston. Now, it's crazy. I'm excited because I've had the red overlays in the car for a while now, and they look good, but they don't look amazing, and I would like to do something that was kind of signature to me, had some kind of like maybe some logos in it, just I don't know, some different design, but I'm thinking I may keep it black. I want to keep it kind of like clean. The red's cool, but it feels a little bit cheesy at the same time, so I don't know, I'm on the fence about it. But before we do that, I gotta hop on a call real quick with Ryan. He's my friend, editor, filmed some of the build episodes. He does a lot of stuff for Film Estates, which is my real estate media company, and for Driving Cody stuff.
Yo, I don't really think there's anything that's going to be that difficult for you. I mean, first thing I would do, though, is download.
So one good thing about quarantine is I finally fixed my computer. I've had this editing computer for a while. It's a pretty high-spec computer. It's a 18-core. It's running an i9. It's got an RTX 2080 if you're familiar with building computers. But it's a pretty decent computer. It's also got 112 gigs of RAM. I was having some issues with it that was really like... It was one of those things I was going to have to take it apart to fix everything, and just being honest with time, with everything going on, trying to make videos, trying to run a media company, all these things, I was like, I'll get to it when I get to it, because I have another computer that I'm using. So I was like, I'll get to it later. Eventually, like 2 months have gone by, and I literally spent like $6,000 on this computer. So it was really annoying to have like a $6,000 computer that you spent to get rid of problems that you had, and it just created more problems, and I didn't have the time to fix it. But anyway, let's get to designing those gauges right now. Okay, so basically what I'm thinking for these gauges is what I was thinking of doing is something that incorporated, I talked a little bit about this to you a second ago, but something that incorporated the Driving Cody logo, which looks like this, and then maybe some M stripes. I want it to be kind of like subtle, so what I'm going to do is there's this company that makes them. I'll shout out the company right now. Honestly, super cheap for what you get. Like, these are replacement gauges. So in the actual tack or cluster, right, there is a part where there's the speedometer, there's the RPMs, and you can literally take apart that, and it's just like a little plastic piece. Now, mine is a black plastic piece, but has a red overlay. And so it's simply a vinyl sticker, similar to wrap, that you put on top, and that's it. Now, the problem with it is the light doesn't seep through very well. And also, just like over time, I've noticed a little more air bubbles. I can see it kind of like the quality isn't really there. Now, this guy right here, his name's Vinoxy. He does a bunch of stuff, but you can see they're actually replacement gauges. So, excuse me, they're actually like replacement gauges. So you get different ones, and they make like the 1M style or this style right here where it has the black bottom. This font, this is something I was thinking too. I'm not sure how I feel about this font. Because my first glance, this almost looked like a Corvette font, and I'm not really liking that. You know, this might be cool too, like play off a gray. I think I could go with a gray and really like that. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to their website. I'll screen record some of this for you guys so you guys can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So yeah, he makes a bunch of different gauges for different cars. I'm sure, honestly, I don't know if there's a limitation to what he makes, but I'm sure you could hit him up and if you sent him something, he can make something out of it. But you can see he's got a bunch of different colors already. So I'm thinking maybe what we'll do is we'll download maybe like the gray ones. I'm kind of feeling the gray. I feel like it would stand out versus the black. There's something about black though, right? Black's always classic. It always looks good. It's clean with the whole cluster. So there's that. I want him to pop. I want him to be like a little thing, but I also don't want him to stand out too much to where you're like, that doesn't fit the car. So let's go. Let's see if we can find. Let's see. So here we can go. We can download these right here. Now, write in the comments below what you guys think. Should I go with something like this right here, where it's the standard gauge, standard font? Should I create my own font? I'm a little weary about creating my own font unless I could find something that matched BMW really well. I want to make sure that again, it doesn't look wrong in a car. Like it shouldn't look like cheap or this. The cool thing is that simply, it's one backlight. So as long as there's a hole in something, it can shine through that. So it'd be really sick to have the Driving Cody actually lit up. I'd be so stoked on that. There's one like that has a carbon texture, but I feel like it's kind of lame. So we'll go ahead and grab. I know I'm not gonna do full red. That's 100% right now. Like I just don't want to have full red. Let's get to designing. Now this part I'll probably put a little time lapse because I'm gonna be going a lot of back and forth trying to figure out exactly what I want to make. I'm not quite sure yet. Once I get it in Photoshop, I can actually, that's pretty much what I use Photoshop right there. It's editing car photos. But once I get this in Photoshop right now, I can really start to dial in and see what look I want. And it's just kind of up in the air right now. So probably do a little time lapse right now and then get back to you. All right, so I'm feeling a little stuck. I've played with a couple different looks. I'm still not finding something I'm happy with. I feel like this current setup still has like that Corvette-ish font. I used that one because I liked the way it had like a bottom overlay. But it's still feeling a little, like I said, Corvette-y to me. And it just feels like there's too much going on. Like I want to simplify it. But the hard part is I can't actually see it in the car. But here's what I have right now. Okay, so I kind of nailed down these right here. I liked having the red out overlay. And again, this is just a mock-up. But I'm thinking of switching the font. Maybe even, I don't know if I need this many of the little like needles that come out. I just feel like it. So I'm thinking that might clean it up. I'm also thinking of maybe getting rid of the RPM, the 1,000 revs per minute. Maybe even see it in black versus the gray. I would like to see how the actual outline too would play out when it was actually on the car, because it's hard to tell, like, would this be covered? You can only see part of it. Would it look good? Would it interfere with the red line? Like, just kind of those little things. It's looking pretty good, though. I got the logo right there. I'm actually going to Photoshop it into the actual cluster. So use a photo that I have and try to, like, Photoshop it in. Now, I don't know how good it's going to look, but at least that I can get an idea of how it's going to look and if it matches the interior. Got the pups hanging out with me right now. What's up, Jay? Can you say what's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Also, right now, guys, I'm putting on the finishing touches for this video. This video is going live tomorrow. This is another build episode. It's been a while since I've actually released one of these, so I'm actually really excited to get another one of these out here. All right, so I did a quick mock-up right here to show it, but the problem is, first of all, this is not the best photo to show you guys on because the gauges are actually out of focus and the steering wheel's in focus, but it did give me a good idea of what it's going to look like. And as I see it here, I'm not sure that I like the two-tone of the gray and the red. With, like, in other words, like the bottom part that you guys see in this picture, the bottom part doesn't look right in the car. Okay, so I've been playing with this M stripe a little bit. I can't find something that I like without it being like too intrusive that it looks cheap. I think one of the biggest things that I did like, and I think the gray and the red. Now I just want to change the font. It's almost making me think like, just go with a simple black gauge with the Driving Cody logo on it, and it'll look good. Comment below what you guys think so far. Which gauge you like the most? If you guys have any ideas or anything like that. All right, so at this point, I'm pretty much kind of stuck because I need to see what the limitations are for what they can manufacture. As far as, like, can I change the fonts? Can I not change the fonts? Can I add color? Like, where does it cut off? That's kind of my next point. So, but anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you got something to comment, do it, get it done. I'll see you guys next time. Later.